It's myself today, by myself. I am Raleigh Culp. This is Live Forever Young Radio Live, and welcome. 11 o'clock on the dot. That was my timer. So there we go. Welcome, everybody. I have a good show today. Bob isn't here, obviously. Bob is away at a Optimal Longevity Academy conference. Yeah, it happens to be in Costa Rica. So he's probably enjoying himself right now. He's got one more day before he gets back tomorrow. And then actually he's traveling today. So he's not enjoying himself today. But I hope he did enjoy Costa Rica. And I hope everything at the Optimal Longevity Academy went well. So let me make sure I turn this off. All right, good. Everything's silenced now. Well, today I have a really pretty good show. You guys probably see us selling these things called Lignans. If you go to boomerboost.com, one of the products that we sell that's exclusive to us is our Lignans right here. This is it. You can see it right here. I'm showing the label. Right now, it's actually 40% off on our dog days of summer. We have a sale going on right now. And this is something I wanted to tell you guys a little bit about because the word lignans, most people hear and they're like, what the heck is a lignan? So that's kind of what I wanted to start with. So a lignan is in a class of plant chemicals that are called polyphenols, right? You probably heard a lot about polyphenols, how good they are for you. To this date, so far, we know of 27 different lignans. Okay, so there's 27 different lignans. And they're all very similar in chemical structure, but each one is a little bit different, okay? They come exclusively from plants. There are many different types of plants that have lignans in them, and there are many parts of the plant where there are lignans present, okay? What we've found, though, in our research is that the most potent amount of lignans actually comes on the hull or the outside of a flax seed. And so necessarily you don't have to take the whole flax seed. What we've done is we've found a process where we tumble them and it knocks this powdery substance or wax off of the seed. And then you actually can collect that and use that as a powder. And that's actually what's in this. You hear it shaking? It's a powder. It's all that little wax from the hulls of the flax seed that's actually what contains the lignans. And our flax seeds here, our flax hull lignans, contain all 27 of the known lignans, which is very beneficial. You can get lignans from definitely different sources, but not all of them have all of the 27 different ones. And you'd have to eat a lot of flax seeds and take a lot of oil, flax oil, or different types of foods that have them to really see a difference on that. So one of the things that we do is we make it easy to take by putting it in a powder and do all the work of scraping off the flax hull and putting it in there for you. So that's the highest concentration we've been able to find. Now, why do you use them, right? Well, the reason why you would use them is there's many different benefits. There's a phytoestrogen in there. So one of the biggest benefits that lignans provide is their effects on estrogen, right? So this is a phytoestrogen, and what that means is it'll actually adapt to what your body needs, right? So this is how it works. Estrogen is a hormone that both men and women have already in their bodies. They attach to cells through receptors, and you can have good and bad estrogens attaching to your cells, right? You can actually have too many natural estrogens attaching to cells, but you can also have estrogen lookalikes, like bits of microplastics that actually mimic somehow estrogen, and those can be toxic. So what you can get with lignans is a way to kind of flood the body with good estrogen that will take those receptors up. So what it does, it comes in, it attaches to a receptor for estrogen and then into the cell. When you use lignans and take them by mouth, they also attach to estrogen receptors, thereby blocking the toxins that would normally have attached to that receptor. And it also allows all the nutrients of the lignans, which are all these beneficial polyphenols, to get into your cells including antioxidants. There's some very, very strong antioxidants in here. One of the main antioxidants is called SDG. We'll get into that in a minute. Now, when you talk about estrogen receptors specifically, I was looking at a little bit of information about this. It's like a game of musical chairs, right? You only have so many estrogen receptors in your body, right? So all these bad toxins and additional estrogen come, and they try to catch these limited, I guess you could talk like musical chairs. You've got a certain amount of chairs, and there's all these people trying to sit in them. Well, you can actually have these beneficial phytoestrogens attach to the limited seats. Now, if you fill those receptors up with toxins and those plastic lookalikes, you obviously don't have enough receptors for good estrogen to attach to, right? So that's one of the benefits. The main benefits of this is giving your body something that's more beneficial than the phytoplastics and the toxins that attach to those receptors. By doing this, right, obviously, it also has some really good side effects and benefits for PMS and menopause. So by taking the lignans, it actually helps to block and provide estrogen that can adapt to what your needs are. So sometimes, women may make a stronger form of estrogen, and especially during, the time of month, they are having those stronger estrogens attached to the receptors, and that's what ends up kind of causing a worse period or a PMS or even postmenopausal. But by taking lignans, they can attach to them and help to dissipate some of that stronger estrogen with a little bit weaker estrogen. It kind of adapts to what your body needs. So a lot of women who use lignans say it's very helpful in reducing hot flashes. It helps with symptoms of menopause, and it actually is a really good mood enhancer because, like I had mentioned, it adapts to what your body needs. So that way you can, feel better mood, not have to deal with hot flashes as much. I actually know there's a lot of women that we know that use our lignans. And if they could say if they could only take one of our products, they would say it would be the lignans because it helps so much. So one of the things that's important too is these lignans come from plants. So they have to get converted to lignans that humans can use. And in order to do that, you have to have really good gut health, right? You have to have the ability to convert these things in the gut. So we always suggest to take them with our probiotics because our probiotics can actually help convert these plant lignans into human usable lignans, right? And so that way you can get the maximum benefit. If you don't have really good gut health or a good probiotic balance, then you're going to end up not getting the full benefit because it won't be able to convert the 27 different lignans that are technically plant lignans when you first get them into human lignans. So that's really important. That's why we always suggest if you're going to take lignans, take them with a probiotic. Ours is great, has done for you metabolites. This is actually on sale as well right now for 40% off. So you can get both of these for 40% off each in our Dog Days of Summer sale. So if you guys get a chance, you can actually check out the website. I'll put a little thing up on the screen. You can scan the QR code, go check it out. But yeah, just go to the homepage. There's a button right there. It says Dog Days of Summer Sale. If you click on that, we have also, I think, 11 total products right now that are on sale. But these two right here are really, really the ones I wanted to highlight today. So another amazing thing that lignans help with is it actually helps with cancer, right? There's a lot of research done by Dr. Christine Horner and Dr. Lillian Thompson. There's also many other doctors have performed studies that show the benefits of lignans in regards to hormonal cancers. Now, particularly in breast cancer. That is a very good thing to know about because it's a very good preventative measure. And especially if you have cancer, it can really help, It can't be used for all different types of hormonal cancers, though. It's kind of important. There's different types of breast cancer, and it only works for certain types. There's definitely certain types that you don't want to take it with. So you'd really want to take the Lignans to the doctor or talk to them about it before you think about trying them, because in some cases, it could be actually worse, right? And part of the reason why that is the lignans are really good at also boosting your immune system, right? So, if you got to fight a cold, you have to fight an infection, it will really do a good job of increasing your body's immune system and its defense against those things. But if you have a cancer that's related to an autoimmune disorder, or if you have a cancer and an autoimmune disorder, or even if you have an autoimmune disorder and no cancer and you were thinking about using them, you'd want to double check with your doctor for sure, because it can actually make your autoimmune disorder worse because it's so good at increasing the immune system health. It actually could make your autoimmune disorders worse. So that's another really good thing that it helps with. So if you have a weak immune system and you don't have an autoimmune disorder, it's very good at helping to boost it. A lot of people during the pandemic that we know that buy our products were using this to boost their immune system, along with vitamin D and vitamin C. All those really good antioxidants really help with that. There's a very powerful antioxidant in here called SDG, or cycloserinaol diglucoside. Cycloserinaol diglucoside is a very long word and it's hard to pronounce, but it's SDG for short. And that is an extremely powerful antioxidant. And that is what really helps with these other things I'm going to go into. One of the things that we've found studies on that it definitely helps with is your heart health and cholesterol, right? A lot of people have bad diets, or they smoke, or they do things that hurt their heart health, circulatory health. Cholesterol is high because of bad diet, right? So there's a lot of studies that show how lignans are beneficial for your heart health. We know that in many people that take the lignans, their LDL cholesterol will come down and their HDL cholesterol will go up. So the LDL is the bad, the HDL is the good. And so we've seen that effect on many people who use it as well. It's the balance of so-called good cholesterol, right? The HDL and the LDL. That's the ratio that you're looking for. You might get a high number, right? Sometimes the doctor will say, oh, your cholesterol is really high. You want to double check and see, is it an LDL cholesterol that's high, or is it an HDL cholesterol that's high? Because there's a big difference there. It's that ratio between those two that is very important, especially in your cholesterol test. So, if you get a high cholesterol number, look a little bit further into it. Look and see what your HDL is and your LDL. But we know that in many cases, the lignans themselves will help to lower the LDL and increase the HDL, which is what you want, right? So again, SDG, very important antioxidant, is a big cause of why lignans are extremely good at reducing inflammation too, right? So inflammation is the precipitous for many, 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 many diseases. We talk about it. Bob and I talk about it all the time on the show, right? If you're full of inflammation, you're burning up faster, you're going to be aging faster. You have a higher chance for diseases like diabetes, blood pressure issues, cholesterol, heart disease, cancer. The list goes on, right? So inflammation reduction is extremely important. And one of the things that lignans are extremely good at, and one of the compounds that helps with it is, well, I already gave it away, is cycloserinaol diglucoside, or STG. It's a great antioxidant, and by reducing the inflammation in your body, you're going to live longer, just like me and Bob talk about. You're always constantly fighting and battling toxins and repairing your body. So giving yourself good antioxidants that come from lignans, our barley product, our Boomer Boost product, that's what's going to slow your burn down. That's what's going to help you live longer, right? So by stacking these antioxidants on top of each other, not just physically, but literally when you take them, like this is a powder, this is a powder, this is a powder, this is a powder. All these products are powders and they're designed to be used together so they can actually increase the effectiveness and actually this is where we talk about the anti-aging effect, right? We talk about anti-aging products. Anti is a negative word. I guess we could say aging healthily, right? These products will help you to age healthy, and it'll imperceptibly, you will notice that your inflammation will come down. Now, how do you tell that? Apart from looking better and feeling better, there's a measurement that you can do called your C-reactive protein. Your C-reactive protein number is a measure of inflammation in your body. And you want that to be like as low as possible. Like 1 and under is beautiful. Most people are somewhere between 1 and 3. Someone who has diabetes is up there, like sometimes 7, 8. Someone who has a lot of inflammation present will be very high. And if you have a lot of present inflammation, your chances for a heart attack go up, heart disease, all those things go up. So by reducing that inflammation, right, you're going to be able to see your CRP go down. So that's one way that you can check. You can go to the doctors. Like I said, you want to talk to your doctors about using this, especially if you think you have an autoimmune disorder. But you can go to the doctors, and even if you don't use these things, I suggest that you check your CRP level, because that's key to anti-aging, right? Getting your inflammation as low as possible helps you to not burn up as fast, and it allows your body to repair itself quicker than it can burn, right? So if we can continually do that, our biological age will not only stay the same, but maybe even decrease, right? Even though we're getting older in years, our body is staying young. And so these are the tools that we have to do that. Now, we talked about women's health, how it helps with menopause and how it helps with premenstrual syndrome, PMS, all those type of things. But how does it work for men? Well, a lot of the men that we know that use lignans say it's really great for their prostate health. It's great overall for men's hormonal health. But in particular, a lot of times as people get older, they find themselves getting up multiple times to go to the bathroom. A lot of the times that's from an inflammation in men of the prostate. It interrupts the sleep. It has negative side effects on their health because they're not sleeping well. Well, when we have men that have used the lignans, it actually helps to reduce the amount of times that they have to get up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. So they're sleeping better, right? They're having more complete eliminations of urine is the best way to put it. And they don't have to get up as much. So that's really important because a lot of your toxins are released through your urine. And if you can only get out a little bit at a time, right, then that means those toxins are sitting in your bladder longer. The longer they sit in there, they might be recycled, they might fall back into the bloodstream, and you have to double work to get it out through the liver, back to the bladder, and then finally pee it out. But by using these lignans, we've had lots of men who've had prostate issues. Actually, one in particular that works with us say it went from getting up 4 or 5 times a night to literally once, maybe twice. So it helps with the sleep. It helps with eliminating toxins, right? Because if you can't pee well, you can't eliminate toxins well. So that's a very, very beneficial thing as well. As we mentioned with women, it helps with mood. Well, as men get older, you might notice they tend to get grumpy. They made a movie about it, actually, Grumpy Old Men. That's an old one, oldie but a goodie. If you haven't seen it, look it up. But Grumpy Old Men is real, right? People get short-tempered, get off my lawn, those loud kids outside. But lignans can actually help to increase feelings of peace and joy. It can actually help you be more tolerant and have more patience because it has to do with the hormones. As you get older, you don't make the hormones you need that help regulate those type of feelings, right? So this is an adaptive phytoestrogen, a plant one, so it can help adapt to the needs of the person. So in men, especially in men who get older and maybe a little grumpier, it can really help to enhance their mood, right? And, a lot of studies have been shown, and this is kind of crazy, but it's really good for people who have depression, anxiety disorders, and even bipolar disorders, right? Because obviously that that has a lot to do with feelings and emotions and anxiety. But this can help a lot with balancing those hormones and chemicals out in the body that cause that cause those anxiety and depressive feelings, right? But as you can tell, there's a lot of stuff that the lignans help with, right? When you use them in coordination with the probiotics, it really helps. When you use them in coordination with everything here, it's really a key to help slowing down your aging process. And really, when we talk about health in the long run, we're all really just trying to not only live our best life, but our longest life. So we can be here for those who we love, for those that mean a lot to us, and giving yourself the tools to live longer, disease free, feel better. It's going to make that life better, right? And so it's really, lignans to me are like a best kept secret, right? They're so hard to make, knocking all the little flax wax off of the seeds, growing them in the pristine fields in Canada where we grow them. The same guy who makes our barley product makes our lignans. It's exclusive to us. They're so hard to make. They're so hard to get that it's a best kept secret. Not a lot of people can find them. And if they find them, they can only find limited amounts of them, or they're overpriced. I mean, usually we sell this for, I think it's like $59 a bottle, which really, when you look at what you get in it, is not that much. And especially right now, it's 40% off. The probiotics and the lignans are 40% off. This is when you want to stock up. I have people who buy 4 or 5 of these at a time, so they have a half a year supply, especially when they go on sale. But for me, like I had said, it's really a best kept secret. And the fact that it's really easy to use, it's a powder. You can mix it up and drink it. You can put it on yogurt. I have people that use it on oatmeal, people that add it to salads, people that like do no bake recipe. Actually, we have some no bake recipes on our website at boomerboost.com. I have the QR code up right now if you guys want to scan and check it out. Just search recipes, and we've got some great recipes that use these lignans. And it's just a really good way to get polyphenols. I mean, you hear about them all the time, how beneficial they are. Polyphenols, amazing antioxidants. And there's actually omega-3 in here, not a ton, but this is still got omega-3 in it. So if you're a vegan and you don't particularly like getting omega-3s from fish in general, you don't have to be vegan. Some people don't like omega-3s from fish because they taste gross, or, they have an issue with it. Lignans, you have some omega-3s in here. So it has all these really good benefits, all these really good properties. And it's just something that I highly suggest. If you haven't tried, give it a try, especially if you have issues with, like we were talking about, PMS, menopause, prostate issues for men, cancer-related issues. Check with your doctors on those. Immune system, you need a stronger immune system. Remember, it's not great for autoimmune disorders, but again, it's something that I highly suggest. Don't let it be a secret, right? Figure it out. Use it. But anyway, that's about all I got today. I kept it short and simple. Bob's not here. Didn't have anybody to play off of today, but hopefully you guys got the real deal on lignans, right? Because that's what I'm here to give you. The real deal on this amazing polyphenol lignans. But check it out. Go to boomerboost.com. We got it on sale right now. Scan the QR code. You can also call us if you have questions. 1-800-861-4609. Yes, it is great on yogurt, Christina. It is. Very good. Thanks for the comment. I'll show this real quick before we get out of here. Christina, who actually helps us out over here at Boomers, she uses it all the time on yogurt. It's a very good thing. It's very easy to use. Thank you very much for your comment, Christina. You have a great day too. You have a great day too. All right, you guys. Well, on that note, thanks for the interaction. I much appreciate it. And we will see you next time on Live Forever Young Radio Live. Have a good one.